everyone, what's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing it back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Jay Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed,
Yo, what's good, people, man? Your boy Persona, Gaming with Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast crew. And welcome to episode 193 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast for the community, by the community. I'm your host this week, Persona, and we've got a great show this week. A lot of things to talk about. Pretty interesting discussion as well that we definitely going to talk about that. It's a bit of a correlation. You know, we had some crazy news this week in terms of price increases. And, you know, me and Bar, we're going to talk about that from a PlayStation perspective, you know, and kind of give our thoughts and whatnot. But, yo, shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to the WUPS community, the WUPS, I was going to say WUPS Nation members, but there is no more membership. Shout out to the WUPS community, people finding our channel for the first time. And if you are finding our channel for the first time, hopefully by the end of the show, we earn your like and subscribe. But What's Up PlayStation Podcast is not just me. It's a two-man team. It's two people. It's not just me. You see him down there. You understand? It's a two-man team. Mr. Light Bright himself, the king of the Bronx. Mr. Sitting in the B row in the movie theater, Insanity. Mr. the C row in the movie theater, Insanity. Mr. How-to video game making God. You need to know how to do something in the game? Bari's got you. But you know, they say Bari don't play no games.
I don't play no game, man.
My bro Bari in the building. Bari, what's good, man? The other half of WUPS in the building. What's good, Bari? How you feeling today, man?
Yo, what is good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Crazy, hectic week. But we back. Feels good to be home. And yeah, we appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Welcome to another episode of What's Up Xbox.
Whoa.
What we talk about?
That's
Xbox.
why they won't mess with us, Bari. We're all we talk about is Xbox on this podcast.
We talk about Xbox on a weekly basis.
Every week.
You know what I mean?
Every week we talk about nothing but Xbox on this podcast.
hate and vitriol.
Hate and vitriol.
But nah, man, we appreciate y'all coming through out here. Hopefully I enjoy this episode. It's gonna be a crazy one because like the news, from what I'm looking at, the news wasn't like crazy, but that Thursday, that Friday hit. Oh man, that junk went crazy and popping. Yo, just for a little clarification with Persona, like I'm a person, I like to sit in like the front of a movie theater. I don't like sitting in the back.
Crazy.
The back is where all the trouble and all the talkative people. That's where the babies be at. I mean, y'all be complaining on Twitter like, man, this baby was crying in my ear. Why are you sitting in the fucking back of the movie?
Hey, yo, listen, this gonna sound
Sit
crazy.
your ass in the front, the C or the B row. Like if there's a C rows taken, right? I like the middle C row, so around C8, C9, C10, around that area. If those are taken, I'm gonna be in the B row because you know what? I know people not gonna buy them seats, and I'm gonna be by myself. I could put my popcorn on a seat. I can put my jacket on a seat. I can put my hat on a seat. I could just chill like this.
Nah,
You know
but
what I mean?
this is
And
what
I-
I'm saying. Like, yo, that I don't know. Like to me, that's like even though like now most theaters have like reclining seats and all that, especially if you go to a more of an upscale theater, you're gonna have reclining seats and whatnot. But that's way too close to me. Especially I'm watching stuff in IMAX. I'm not. That's just way too close. Even C row, I feel like is too close. I say like maybe E, D, maybe E, F rows, but nah, not no B or C row. That's insane.
What before we start the show, what you had to do at the movie theater?
What you mean?
Yo, you listen. Yeah, you know one thing about life. I be giving y'all the nuggets. I be giving y'all facts. I be giving y'all the tips and tricks. And y'all be saying I'm crazy. And then all it takes is just one time to try it. Be like, yeah, you guys
Nah,
just sit in the C row.
Nah, this is because I didn't go to my normal theater because I got my tickets at Thunderbolts, my Thunderbolt ticket last minute. So I couldn't get my normal theater that I normally go to, which never got no problems. It's always
I mean,
cool.
that don't mean nothing because
But
you went to your normal theater, you still be sitting in those
in the
rows
back.
that you
But
suggest.
I always sit in the back and at my normal theater, and I never have those problems. That's what I'm saying. But what Bari is referring to is when I went to go see Thunderbolts yesterday, there was this couple near me, just chatting. And like I hear it. We hear it. Like people in the theater hear that shit. And first 1 or 2 times, it's like he was explaining something to her, but it was kind of loud, whatever. Third time I just was like, yo, look, like people trying to watch the movie, like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like have some respect. People trying to watch the movie, people trying to, and you doing and you talking and you yapping and whatnot. He's like, oh yeah, my fault, blah blah blah.
At the end of the day,
Like, listen,
if
man.
this was the 90s or the early 2000s, I totally understand. I'm not sitting in no CB row. These chairs recline mad far back. I'm not like this watching the movie.
No, I know
I'm
that.
chilling
I
back.
just I don't know. Sitting that close is just something that I personally I've always been a person to sit in the back. I'm not sitting in the front.
Yeah. And sit in the front, you gonna see.
All right, maybe
Guarantee
well not
better-
for
better experience.
For,
when I sit in the front, I pay for 1 seat, but I got 2. I ain't nobody next to me.
Fantastic Four. I'm not testing that. I'm going to IMAX and I'm going to my theater for that. I'm seeing that in IMAX. So yeah, Fantastic Four.
The B row is just in case the C row is filled up. Like I said, I like to sit in the middle. So like C.
Nah, not Magic
if it's
Johnson
like-
Theater. Eversley. Nah. This was.
Go
Ahead, my fault.
If it's like C7 to like C10, that's where I like to sit. If those seats are taken, I'm going right into the B row. And normally the C, it's very rare the C rows are taking them like that when I buy a ticket. But like yeah, I don't have no issues of hearing somebody or baby crying. It depends on like the movie. It's like if it's like a big packed movie, you're always gonna have somebody next to you. But
Yeah, I feel like
more than likely,
this gonna sound crazy, but like if it's not like a kids movie, especially if you bring in like a newborn baby, I just feel like that's disrespectful, man. Like I feel like
Yeah,
that's
you
very
shouldn't bring a newborn
inconsiderate
around,
and very disrespectful to like bring a newborn or like a couple months old, even like a 1-year-old. Like I get it, y'all gotta get y'all date nights in when you can as well as parents, but it's like, yo, that's disrespectful, man. That's very disrespectful to the audience,
You wanna
man.
get your-
That's very inconsiderate.
go get you a bootleg. It's still- out there selling the bootleg. Bootleg quality is top notch now.
I find
You
real
know what I'm
talk,
saying?
bro. I find shit like that like very, because if I had children, I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't bring my newborn kid or like my 1-year-old or even just 2-year-old might be pushing. It depends on the movie, but even a 2-year-old, like if we're not going to watch some like super kiddie shit, nah, man, I'm not doing that, man. Like I find that shit
Yo,
disrespectful.
the funniest story I had when it comes to like a kid at a movie theater is when went to go see Hulk. Remember the first Hulk with what's the name? The
Eric
Banner dude, I
Bana,
forgot.
Eric Bana.
Yo, went to go see that with my brother and Marvin, right?
Mhm.
And yo, there was like a kid in there. I think this kid was probably like 4 or 5, bro. Every time Hulk, he was like, like mad loud. And I was like, oh man, and this
Yeah.
kid right behind us too.
That beat them. Yo, listen, that's why. Yo, I'm like a movie theater snob. Where like this goes like you know, like Alamo. I like going to like the more like upscale theaters where like, you know, it's like a dining experience, and like I know that the people that's paying for that are serious about watching the movie, but also the establishment is serious about you enjoying the movie. So like I'm very snobbish when it comes, but like I said, the normal movie theater that I go to, I bought my tickets last minute, so I couldn't get an IMAX and a good seat at that. So I was like, you know what, let me go to my secondary, my backup movie theater that I normally go to from time to time as well. And I was just like, see, this one is more of like it's a bigger theater and it's more like, you know, more people. And I was just like, you know, this is why I'm uppity when it comes to the movies, man. I never again. Like it's after yesterday, I was like, nah, I'm not doing these type of movie theaters no more. I was like, I'm sticking to my
I like
usual
those movie
upscale.
theaters where you have the dining stuff, but I'm more so give me something quick, popcorn and a drink. I don't need no nachos. I don't need no burger.
I need
I
an
don't need a hot
experience.
dog. I don't need none of that bullshit. I just
Nah.
need something quick, boop boop boop, keep it moving.
Ron, yeah, I need.
I'll probably fall asleep.
I like my movie theaters to be an experience. You know, when I'm
But
going
yo,
to the movies.
next time y'all go to the movies, go and get whatever ticket you want. But look in the C, the B row. I guarantee that shit emptied up. And you're gonna look at you're gonna remember this podcast. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm sitting next to this dude that's funky. And then there's this girl over here that she got her home cooked food that smells weird. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, that C row looking real good right now, because if I'd have got that seat, there's nobody sitting right there. Remember that.
Nah, I didn't
Yo,
see. I didn't see Until Dawn. I'm good on
Until
that.
Dawn was a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
Nah,
I don't think it
good.
was a great movie, but I thought it was it was a fun experience. Like it felt very much like the video game. It's not following the video game. There's kind of little hints of it, but there's a lot of like little nooks and crannies or little cameos or little nods to the game. But it was a fun movie. Like there was some cheesiness, there's some corniness. There's like, all right, why are you joking around this situation here? But overall, I thought it was it's a movie that I can sit down and watch. You know what I mean? But I don't think it was a great movie though.
Yeah. But yo, definitely, you know, speaking of movies, Thunderbolts, definitely go check that movie out. I went into that movie, you know, 'cause I saw the reviews were super high, but I personally went into the movie with like a kind of like a chill expectation. Like I wasn't really expecting to be blown away, really and truly. I was expecting, and like, you know what, it'll just be a fun time at the movies, right? Nah, this felt like old school Marvel. This felt like old school MCU. It's a good movie, man. And the way they did Sentry, oh my god. Yeah. Check it out.
You spoiled it right there, but
everybody knew who it was. Come on, knock it off. We all knew who it was.
Everybody knew.
Right.
They never showed Sentry in
Yes,
the trailers.
all right, I'll shut up then. All right, never mind.
A lot of people, they probably know Sentry, but they don't know Void. You know what I mean? So
You just spoiled the other side of it. There you go.
Because they showed Void in the trailer. But I felt like that was a great implementation of a Marvel character, a very complex Marvel character. Like seeing how they implemented Sentry in there, they didn't hold back as far as who the character truly was.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how the character is. He got mental issues, he got this and that and that.
Mm-hmm.
So this gives me a lot of faith if they was to like, introduce like one of my favorite villains, Strife. If they was to introduce him, I'd be like, okay, I could trust Marvel Cinematics to introduce Strife, because how did this Century accomplish a character like that?
Yeah, they did him great.
That was A1.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
A1.
they did him in the movie. And this is the thing, because like I said, something I said a long time ago is how Marvel, they kind of put too much jokes in unnecessary areas, and it's too jokey. This movie, the jokes flowed well, it fit, and it was legit funny and good, and like it fit the scenes and like what was going on. And Lawrence what's her name? Lawrence Plurk. Yo, that's the chick that plays Black Widow's sister. That's what's her name?
Oh yeah, I like her a lot.
I love her, bro.
I don't remember
her name. Her name is Lawrence. Yeah, her name is Lawrence Plurk, because she was in Oppenheimer and some other stuff. Lawrence Plurk.
Okay.
Plurk or something like that. But I like her a lot. I like her a lot.
Eliana really good.
Yeah, she played Eliana really, really good, and I hope she definitely gonna be a breakout in the MCU if they keep her and keep her good, man. She's really good as Florence. Yeah, not Lawrence. Florence. Why am I saying Lawrence? Yeah, Florence Pugh. Yeah, Florence Pugh. She's great, yo. She's absolutely great, yo. So shout out to Florence. And all of them, they all did good, honestly. It was a good cast. They fit. It just fit. So definitely check out Thunderbolts. Definitely check out Thunderbolts. I think you guys will enjoy it, and stay for them end credits. Stay for them end credits. Trust me. Ooh wee, because it's actually tying in something else. Oh, yo, man. Boy, you might need to do a comics to movies this summer real quick. Talk about these movies, man, because like, yo, yeah,
there's one family I love, man.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you, man, I love me.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Movie coming out.
We'll
coming out.
Good.
The movie coming out in July, so yeah.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, definitely. That's an IMAX too, man. Like, listen, Fantastic Four. That's Superman as well, because Superman come out in June. I can't wait for that.
June?
Yeah, June. When is it? June. The tickets go on sale soon too. Actually, they should actually be going on sale this month.
Oh dang.
I'm gonna make sure I get my IMAX tickets, man, for both of those movies, because I can't miss that. I can't miss those movies. I gotta watch those movies in IMAX. I can't watch those in nothing else but IMAX. Yeah, I might see Mission Impossible too. That's another movie. I seen the trailer. And you know, it's funny. I'm behind on Mission Impossibles. Like, I didn't see the last one. I didn't see the last 2 or 3 of them. So I would have to like catch up on Mission Impossibles. Like, I would want to do like a full rewatch of all of them, leading up to this, just so that I know what's going on.
I got every single one of them digital. I got every single Marvel movie digital, and I'm subscribed to Disney Plus.
Oh, come out May 22nd. Oh, they got it in IMAX. Yeah, I know that movie gonna be sold out. Yeah, that joint sold out, boy. Tom Cruise could sell out a theater, boy. Tom Cruise could definitely sell out a theater. But
that's the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. Final Reckoning. But this ain't a movie podcast. This is a gaming podcast. So let's get into Bari, how yeah, I don't know that's. I don't know. I got 12,000 trophies and 248 platinums, but I don't know if I play games or not. But do you play games? People told me you don't play no games.
No, I play Twitter, and
you on Twitter all day.
View toxicity.
Vitriol. Hate and vitriol. Somebody told me that the other day too.
Who told you that?
Some nerd. All right, let's move on. So yeah, man. How you?
Hey, yo, listen to your persona, bro.
What's up?
Yo, you a funny dude, man.
Whatever.
You a funny ass dude, man.
Whatever.
Yo, this dude is telling grown men to dismiss. Like, yo, if you'd have told me that joint personally, yo, we fighting. We squaring up, bro. That's a 1v1. That's a 1v1. Ain't no grown man telling me dismiss. It's like, nah, I live on my own terms. You crazy? Hey, yo, this man had the audacity to tell another man dismissed.
Dismissed, man. Get out my presence. That's real talk, man. Get out my presence. You dismissed. Fuck out of here. You feel me?
It's
My
still
fault.
crazy.
My
bro.
fault. My fault. I went a little too New York on that reply. I should have kept it a little more PG. You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we squared up after that, bro.
Hey, yo,
You ain't telling me. Yo, my pride would have been like dismissed. Yo, knuckle up, bro.
Hey, yo, listen, man. You feel me? I went a little too New York. My fault. I was a little too New York.
What
I was
warranted that response?
I was a little too New York yesterday, huh?
What warranted a response like that? You tweet something like that, telling somebody they dismissed.
That's a great question, Bari. So like I had put up like an initial tweet talking about how, you know, it was just weird seeing like, you know, certain, you know, journalists and influencers that were against PS5 Pro and asking questions like who's this for and trying to make, you know, excuses of, well, you can build this $700 or $1,000 PC and get more usage out of it outside of a PS5 Pro. Going and now with the Xbox price hikes, you see, you know, people rushing out the, oh, let me hurry up and get a PS5 or a PS5 Pro or whatever it is. It's like, what changed? You know, you said you didn't need this because you had something better. So why? You get what I'm saying? So like, to me, you know, that observation I had seen since the news of the of that increase. So that's what warranted that initial tweet. And so at the end of the tweet, I said, you know, like, you know, a lot of y'all are full of shit and you disgust me. And
that's the toxicity and vitriol right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Is that
toxicity.
was that a joke or you meant that?
What? That they disgust me?
Yeah.
This is WUPS. This is WUPS. So, you know, we got
the reason why I ask, because, you know, some people, they don't know how to distinguish between a joke and somebody being seriously.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you know, a hit dog or holler, you know, however a person feels is how they're going to feel, regardless if I tell you it's meant to be a joke or not, you know. You disgust me or disgusting or nasty work, you know. We all say these things all the time, nasty work. You get what I'm saying? But again, a hit dog or holler. We all know what a hit dog or holler means. So the people that felt some type of way, they must have felt that it was about them. Why do you feel it's about you? Anyway, Bari, how you feeling this week?
I'm not going to answer that question, Persona. Dismissed.
That's gonna be the theme today. Dismissed. That's gonna be word of the day. Word of the day. Dismissed.
Good. Gaming good. Dismissed.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, you know, things. Things is cool with me as well. You know, this week, really busy work week. Actually, I actually haven't been gaming that much this week. I actually was able, like, Claire Obscure. I literally just booted it up this morning. I hadn't played for like 2 days or so because, like I said, you know, like getting out of work, you know, doing other things and stuff, and just tired, you know, like gym and everything else got your boy exhausted. You feel me? So I just was like, I haven't really been able to game too crazy this week, but I did boot up Clay Obscure this week, and or I should say today. Played a little bit. Now I made it to Monaco Station. Got Monaco, so you know. He definitely seems really interesting. Like that setup with the cards and all that. Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see him. You know what's crazy? Playing Clay Obscura, yo, like I was so cemented with my team with Mael, Lune, and Gustav, and now Verso. I haven't used CL at all. Like I've been sticking with my main three, but I'm like, yo, I really got to like start mixing matches. So I'm actually gonna substitute Lune for CL to kind of see how the synergy works with Verso, Mael. Listen, Mael's staying in my squad regardless. Like, she's never leaving. So really, the other two slots is really
that's the only character I never took off the team is Mael.
Yeah, Mael's never leaving.
CL is crazy, bro.
Bro, I ain't even put no points into her, bro. Like, I got her just like, nah, my squad is just too proper. I don't want to like switch it up, but I'm gonna switch it up this weekend and use CL and use Monaco and try to like mix and match to see what some of the other synergies are and whatnot.
Whatever you put your points to, make sure you get intervention with CL. She has another ability where she like buffs the enemy, the teammates like damage and like clean out their like dispels any like statuses or whatnot.
Yeah.
CL is crazy. And intervention, you pretty much is Particio, like I said,
Mhm, mhm.
in Octopath Travel 2, you just skip turns. You know what
One
I
of
mean? And
one of
then
one of Mael's moves that that I really love right now. That's got me like I'm like, yo, this move is like kind of broken, breaking the rules. It take all the
oh yeah,
shields off.
breaking the
Yo,
rules, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yo, listen, especially if you got a virtuous stance and you do that.
hmm
Yo, I'm one shotting dudes with that.
Yo,
It's
like
crazy.
with Mael, like I recommend people go on her left side, I mean her right side, where she has all her defenseless abilities, where she puts like this status effect called defenseless on the enemies, and yo, you can just do mad damage with her. But yeah, breaking the rules too, yeah, that's a must in the ability list for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she
Uh.
just got moves where she just like, all right, boom, defenseless, all right, powerful, and yo, you just cracking hits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
999, 999, 999. Now, if you get to a certain area, you're doing more than that.
Yeah, yeah. I want to break through because I'm seeing like people on Twitter already beat it. Pause. And they posting, and I'm like, listen, guys, I need y'all to chill with this posting. So I had to mute a couple
Eh,
people like respectfully. I was like, yo, y'all
If
posting
if you'd
crazy,
have posted that, you'd have got a DM like, "Yo,
bro.
man, you spoiled the game."
Yo,
But
for
nah,
real.
yo, that's dope that people are beating the game. I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm legit at the end of the game. I can finish it um
like today.
like today if I wanted to. But
Yeah,
I was going around the world doing certain things. Um, you know the little white Nevrons
yeah.
that you meet that you can do side missions for. Don't fight them, because when you don't fight them and you just do their missions, there's a area that you can go to where you meet another white Nevron and he gives you 100 lumina. And
Oh,
lumina, you don't get that much lumina. You get 100 lumina, so you can put all them points into whatever they call chroma or whatnot for your pictos. And yo, the setups is nasty, bro. I'm like, oh, okay. Good thing I didn't kill any of those people, yo. So shout out
yeah.
to Blitz. I don't know if you guys know Blitz, yo. He did a video when the game came out, like, early things to do or not to do or whatnot. And I watched through the video. Normally I don't really watch through videos like that, but Blitz, that's my guy. And I was like, oh, this is helpful. You know what I mean? And that stuck with me. Like, don't fight the white Nevrons,
Mm-hmm.
because you can get 100 lumina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't fought any of them. I actually have to finish the mission for the second one where you have to find all his stones. I thought I found all of them, but I think I
Oh,
might be
okay.
missing one. So I'm gonna go back to that area at some point. I'm gonna do some
Oh,
backtracking
you
to
talking about the big one where you got to put the graphic? Oh, you talking about
the one where he's stuck in the ground,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
rock
okay,
one.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
one's not. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy.
yeah, yeah. I think I just need to like search around again to just make sure. 'Cause I think I got only 2 or 3. Then I'm gonna fight. I want to go back and fight this boss in the first area. Where you have to zip line across, not zip line, but he's in like he's like off on a beach somewhere, and you got to walk through, not on a beach, but it's in the mountains somewhere. It's somewhere in the first area where you fight this one dude, and he keeps changing his elemental damage that he
Oh, you
does.
talking about the Penta tank dude?
Yeah, I think something like that. I'm gonna go back and fight because he was washing me a couple times. So I'm gonna fight him. Chroma jar. I'm gonna go back and chromatic jar. Like it's a lot. Like I don't want to like just beeline the story. I really want to do like other side stuff as I'm going along. But I because I know that you can go back and do all the stuff later. So I might just like all right, let me just focus on the story and then do all the side content and explore and everything after the fact. Because this after the story, there's like an extra additional 15 hours or 20 hours of end game. So like you don't when you beat, from my understanding, when you beat the final boss, there's still like after end game shit that you got to do. That's like 20 hours on top of like the side content stuff and everything as well. So
Oh yeah, and them gestural beach challenges, man.
yo,
Yo, I quit at the beach where you had to climb up the joint. Yo, I was like, I think I was midway. I know I was pretty far up, and there was like a little short hop that I had to do. Bro, I over jumped it. I
who are
tried to
you
turn the
using?
camera. I was using Lune because I
Yeah,
like
Lune
how
is
she
the
just
best.
floats.
The float is the best, man. She's got the
Yeah,
best movement.
it just seems more. It does transition a little bit easier when you're doing like the little
Yeah.
parkour stuff. But yeah, I fell though, and I was like, nah, man, I'm not doing this. But I'm hearing that's part of the trophies, man. You got to do the 5. That's gonna be rough.
And from what I'm hearing, that one where you got to climb, that's the hardest. That's like the hardest thing. That climbing one, they saying they saying that's tough, and I'm like, all right, that's probably gonna be something I have to dedicate like a day to, because I've been seeing videos of like how you got to climb and how high you got to climb and where you got. I was like, oh yeah, this gonna take me a little second. But yeah, so you know,
congrats to my man Hondo 1984. He platinum Kazan.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's what's up, man. Yo, listen, Kazan, top 3 goatee so far this year, man. Shout out to those who have played First Berserker Kazan. Incredible game. If you haven't played the First Berserker Kazan, I highly implore you to play that game. It is such a great, fun, awesome game. Love it. But yeah, so you know, that's that. You know, I'm doing good this week and everything like that. But you know, let's dismiss that topic and move on to Spotlight Games of the Week.
Start the goddamn show.
And for those who are new here, Spotlight is where me and Bari give you a game or games that we think you guys should check out. Right? It could be a brand new game, it could be an old game, it could be a game from your childhood, it could be a game that hasn't been released yet. The purpose of the Spotlights for us is Spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. Bari, starting with you, bro. What's your Spotlight game for the week? And are you gonna break the rules?
I am gonna break the rules a little bit. Persona. I'm gonna break the rules just a little bit. Because there's a few games that I feel like, some of them is common sense. I feel like people are gonna pick them up. But the first one, you already know the vibes. Ghost of Yōtei.
Yes, sir.
I can't. This is my second most anticipated game for this year. Obviously, the other game I want to spotlight is my first. But yeah, the trailer looks amazing. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about all the information that we get in here as well. But I can't wait to just dive into this joint, man. You know what I mean? October 2nd, right?
Yeah, October 2nd.
Oh yeah, we in there like swimwear. Yeah, can't wait. So yeah, the second game I'm spotlighting is Metal Gear Solid Sigma or Delta Snake Eater. This is my third favorite game of all time that they're remaking, and it's coming out in a crazy week in August. Bruh, with games getting delayed, getting pushed to August, I'm sorry. Anything that comes out close to that game, GG's. But I can't wait for that. Really and truly, like, if you thought it was annoying before any game, like a Final Fantasy or whatnot, content and whatnot that I created from that game, this one, it's gonna be a lot of content as well, coming from that game. I can't wait to play this over again. I definitely want to go through the Metal Gear collection, because that's one thing I definitely said I wanted to do, and try to get those platinums for the first Metal Gear Solid games. And I think I'm going to do that before I get to Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. The other game that kind of surprised me, like I did, this wasn't on my radar, but every time I see it, it just looks really good, man. Wu Chang Fall and Feathers, yo.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
They saying it's like a Souls-like game, but this joint look crazy. Like the how you traverse around the world, like flying and gliding and all that stuff. It just looks like really good. Look, majestic. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm not just playing the game, but I'm painting. I'm the paintress. You know what I mean? But every time I see it, it looks good, man. So yeah, Wu Chang Fall and Feathers. It comes out pretty soon as well. I think it comes out in July. Yeah, like later July it comes out. And I'm like, yeah, this was on my radar, but I'm down for it, man. I'm down to play this joint. The next game that we have here, Persona. I highlighted this before. Old school type game. This is like one of my little passions when it comes to like gaming. I like bullet hell, fast paced type games. Gradius Origins coming out very soon as well. Will come out this year. Yo, saw that. What's who had it in their show? I forgot who had it on their show, but when I saw it, when it went up pre-order, instantly pre-ordered. Boom. You know what I mean? Can't wait to play that. That's just one of those games I like to play sometimes where I take a little break from work. You know what I mean? I boot up like those bullet hell type ship, 3D type games or 2D type games. And yeah, I'm down for it. And the last game I'm spotlighting Persona, man. This is a big game for me. It's down in the arena, fighting type games, and I'm just praying to God that from the first game they listen to all the feedback, they listen to the community as far as what we want, and praying for longevity when it comes to this game, because Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2 is coming out very soon in August. And I love the first game. I played a lot of the first game, but the longevity wasn't there just due to the lobbies, the net code, or just even how ranked work. I was getting banned because I ain't even like I don't rage quit in fighting games. And I was getting banned because the net code was just terrible. People was quitting on me and I'm getting banned in this game. That was the first time that really happened to me, where somebody rage quit, it ended a session, and I ended up getting banned. I got banned for I think it was like a day or something like that. I was like, it's crazy. But hopefully they fix all of that with part 2. And yeah, another game coming out in August that, I'm going to be playing. So yeah, can't wait for Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2. And more characters too. There's going to be a lot of characters. There's going to be like 30-something characters in this one. You know what I mean? All of the Hashira is going to be there. Majority of the demons is going to be there. So yeah, the teamwork, the synergy is going to be crazy. And yo, we're going to have to play with my boy Tokito, Zenetsu. We're going to see what that team is looking like in this part 2. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I'm going to spotlight.
That's what's up.
I don't play no games.
Yeah, we all know that. You name the games you ain't even gonna buy. Yeah, no,
not
those
gonna buy,
are
not gonna play.
Those are some good games, man. For me, my spotlights, I'm gonna keep my spotlight short. And first one obviously goes to Yōtei. Highly anticipated game. This is definitely one of my most anticipated games of 2025. It's in my top 5. Most anticipated. Can't wait. Pre-orders went up this week. We're gonna talk about that briefly once we get into the news. But yeah, Ghost of Yōtei. If you haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, you missing out on you missing out on one of the best games to release last generation. Like, it sits top 3 best games to release last generation. Go play Ghost of Tsushima, so you can get yourself ready for that Ghost of Yōtei coming out October 2nd. Second game for me. Listen, I'm gonna sing it to the high heavens, man, for the rest of this year. But the first Berserker Kazan, man, I really mean it when I say this is a great game. Like, I do think more people,
currently my game of the year.
More people need to buy and play this game. Support this game. It's a fun Souls-like game with awesome gameplay mechanics, builds, RPG elements, combat, enemies, bosses, story. It looks good. It runs good. First Berserker Kazan is my number 2, and then number 3, obviously, Clay Obscure Expedition 33, another highly anticipated game for me. And this game is phenomenal. Game of the year this year is really gonna be a bloodbath, man, because it's so many great, awesome games coming out this year, man. It's crazy. Clay Obscure Expedition 33. Buy this game, support this game. We're gonna speak on their success a little bit later in the news section as well. But yeah, Clay Obscure. Fourth game for me, Mafia Old Country. Big Mafia fan. I love Mafia the series. Mafia Old Country. I actually might be able to play it next week at PAX.
In there. Yep.
So I'll definitely report back if I'm able to get some hands on with it. But Mafia Old Country, can't wait for this game. I love Mafia, the Mafia series. So that's a day one for me. So definitely gotta shout that out. And then game coming out in about a week or two. Doom: The Dark Ages, man. Big Doom fan, love Doom. Doom Dark Ages looks phenomenal. It looks awesome. It looks like it's just gonna be straight gore, guns, and action, and I just love that for Doom. So Doom Dark Ages, can't wait for Doom Dark Ages. Definitely check that out, pick that up as well. And those are my spotlight. Those are my main spotlights this week. But let us know in the chat, man. What are y'all's spotlights? You know, definitely let us know. And with that being said, man, let's go ahead and let's get into the news for this week. And it's not a whole lot, but I think what we do have will definitely be pretty good, pretty cool, pretty good. But I do want to.
Impact is punchy.
Yeah, it's a lot of impact, and guys, it don't happen often on the show, but there are going to be 2 instances on this podcast where I am going to have to give Bari his flowers, like legitimately.
It ain't that. It's not just you. It's these people in the chat too. Yeah, you PlayStation Nation people. You in the chat too, because I'm sick and tired of y'all, man. I'm sick and tired of y'all. Every time when I say something, y'all like, no, Barry, I don't know what he's talking about. What is going on? What is going on? And then boom.
Bari is definitely gonna get his flowers later on the show. So stick.
5 years I had to deal with y'all, man. 5 years I had to deal with y'all, man. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But yo, let me start with Ghost of Yōtei, man, because
Chuck, flowers, man. Flowers, Chuck. I know they ain't got no flowers in Cali. Well,
let me start with this Ghost of Yōtei, man.
That's my man, Chuck.
So we already know that Ghost of Yōtei is coming out October 22nd. October 2nd. But the pre-orders for it went up yesterday for both the physical and for the collector's edition. And for those who don't know what the collector's edition looks like, it looks like that. You feel me? Oh, it looks like that. Right. Now, obviously, there is no physical version of the game with this collector's edition. And honestly, there's no steelbook or nothing. The collector's edition is still available. Like, you get the mask, you get, a lot of other trinkets and things like that, art cards and cloth and, cool looking box and everything. Me personally, I gotta complete the Ghost of Yōtei or Ghost of Tsushima collection of mask or the Ghost Mask collection. So I'm getting this off rip with that. But Bari, did you pre-order the collector's edition?
Yeah, I double dicked that thing, Persona.
You did what?
I double dicked it. So that's something you created, not me. But pause.
You just don't try to put that on me. You the one that just said it, not me. Don't put that shit on me. You said that just now.
I got the digital deluxe, okay, and I got the collector's edition. I gotta say this
but Bari, why would you double dip on a game that's already coming with a digital version of the game? Why are you wasting your own money that you worked hard to earn? Bari, why are you wasting money? This is why PlayStation and these companies think they can get away with anything, because you pay pigs just keep buying. You buy. You're such a pay pig, pony. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, typically when it comes to like PlayStation big games, we like to do a lot of giveaways. So typically I would get the digital version and I would get the collector's edition, and whatever comes with a collector's edition, I give that away. Me and Persona, we've been doing that for years. Even before we started WUPS. But I'll say this though, when it comes to the collector's editions of PlayStation games as of late, they've been dropping the ball. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a physical, collector, or I really don't care about a physical disc personally, to be honest with you. I do have some that I collect that comes with it, especially for my collector's edition. But I do believe that a collector's edition should come with an actual physical disc. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's a collector's edition, it's a collector's item. So everything that is coming within the box is able for display, or for whatever the person that's willing to shell out that money is willing to display or whatnot. So not having a steel book,
crazy,
like how you had in part 1, and a physical, I don't think it had a physical disc, but it did have a steel book.
It came. I think it came. No, it came physical. It did.
I have to check. I look right behind. I have to check, but and I think Ghost of Tsushima is like around the same price. So we're paying the same price for these games and getting less when it comes to the collector's edition. And you see, as of late, when it comes to PlayStation exclusive games, their collector's edition hasn't been selling out as of late.
Yeah.
You know, starting from Spider-Man 2, widely available. Death Stranding, widely available.
I think Spider-Man 2 is still available right now. Let me check. I'm about to
Yeah,
check.
the last one I remember that sold out, but it came back in stock was God of War Ragnarok. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think partly because of that is that there's no physical disc, or there might not be a steel book, or it could be you know, a lot of people transition into PC. They don't feel like it's worth it.
Damn, that's Spider-Man collected, but Spider-Man comes with a steelbook. That's the crazy
Yeah, I know,
thing.
but I'm saying like it could be also that since PlayStation is going to be putting these games on PC, they don't feel like it's worth it to go get a collector's edition for something that they're going to be playing on another platform. You know what I mean? So that could be a part of it as well. I think there's multiple factors to it, but
nah, but see, this is the thing. See, but nah, I don't agree with that. There's too much inconsistency coming from PlayStation when it comes to their collector's editions, right? Because you've got even if it was a digital version of the game, you still had a steelbook that came with it, and it's a cheaper price. You feel me? 229. But then when you look at Ghost of Yōtei, right? You know, it comes with more physical items, like, you know, the sash and the Tsushima coin, the Tsushima moniker, and the coin sack and the mask. So you're getting more physical items with it, right? But there is no steelbook. So obviously the increase in prices because of all the physical shit you're getting with it. But I still feel like you could have included a steelbook in that. There needs to be a consistency across the board, even if you are going to have digital versions of the game. There still needs to be a consistency across the board for your collector's editions, where a steelbook needs to be standard in a collector's edition. I feel like if you're going to do a collector's edition, a steelbook needs to be, because you're, like you said, you're a collector, you're collecting. This is a collector's item. It's not really something that, you know, it's something you're going to display and all that. I've got my steelbook for my Spider-Man 2 displayed right now too. That's the funny thing. So there definitely needs to be some consistency coming from PlayStation when it comes to their collector's edition. And if it doesn't, you're going to just continue to keep seeing this where things just aren't going to sell out. Because how the first game has it, the second game doesn't have it, and this would have been a great opportunity to have that white and gold steelbook that have been sexy with the Yōtei 6 on there and on the back,
right
and
next to each other.
Yeah,
keep it clean like the first one.
Or whatever they could have did. But I just feel like that was such a huge missed opportunity from PlayStation.
Yeah, I agree. Big miss from them there. Like, yeah, I like the steelbook. I mean, I like the collector's edition, but I would have loved a steelbook that included with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely got to be consistency with it. But like I said, I just feel like there's multiple factors of why we're now seeing that these collector's editions, when it comes to PlayStation, they're not like selling out right away. Like typically, like we've seen before, like we rushed
like God of War. God of War is a great example. God of War,
God of War Ragnarok, when that came out, like, yo, if you wasn't on that website, they had to restock that.
Yeah, that sold out quick.
I think there's some there now. But
I think they have one of it. Look, the Doom one sold out, $200, and it come with a steelbook. You feel me? The which one is it?
Doom. You said Doom got a collector's edition?
Yeah, I was gonna get it, but I decided against it. But I would have got it as well. But Horizon Zero Dawn, is there a collector's? I don't
Horizon Zero Dawn one sold out too.
It did sell out.
Oh wait, you can get a collector's edition on PlayStation Store?
Yeah, you can.
Is it sold out?
Yeah, sold out. It's unavailable. You can't get it.
Oh yeah, see?
Yeah, sold
out.
Let
me see what the Doom one comes with.
They come with 2-day early access, a statue of Doomslayer, and a key replica and a steelbook. $200.
Does it come with a physical disc?
Yes. Yeah, it does. Comes with the physical game.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? People's going to find that more worthy of getting a collector's edition because, like, yeah, a lot of people transition to digital, but people still, if you're going to shell out $200 or $150, people going to want a physical. That's people's mindset.
Yeah, that's just how it's going to be. But yeah,
That's a
so
cool statue too.
yeah,
for
statue
the
looks great.
Doom joint.
I should have grabbed this collection. I think I could probably still pick it up on Bethesda's site. But even Death Stranding, digital version of the game, right? No steelbook, $229 still available. And this is Death Stranding 2 from Kojima. You know, anything Kojima putting out, people going to clamor to buy that. And this is still available. That tells you something, bro. And it's funny too, because I was going to grab this. And I decided against it because I was just like, nah, like there's no. Well, one, I'm not that big of a Death Stranding fan, but it was Kojima, and I did like the statue and everything. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on this. But this is also something that's not.
I'm not a fan. I think they could have did more on this collector's edition. To be honest with you, like I don't understand the game because I ain't completed. But I feel like they could have probably did a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah,
like the first one had like a baby. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's
like,
what I'm saying. I wish I would have grabbed that too, man. The first collector's edition, that joint was crazy, and that joint was like I think almost $300. But then remember, they also had the controller. They had the special edition, console. Like, and again, these are just things that it would be different if PlayStation never did this stuff, and we're telling them to do it. PlayStation was doing this stuff in the past, and they stopped. You expect, especially, you would think now it would be easier for them to do that because now you have the
live service money, man. It's live service money ate it up.
No, but the plates, like now that you can detach plates and all that stuff, it's easier for you to do these type of special edition plates or whatever because now I would assume it's easier to manufacture because you have plates that you could detach and reattach. And they did it with Spider-Man. This is the stuff that I don't understand. Like, I got my Spider-Man PlayStation sitting right there. I don't understand the inconsistencies with PlayStation when it comes to this stuff. You did Spider-Man special edition plates. You did the LeBron James special edition, which I have those as well. Special edition plates.
You bought a LeBron James?
Yeah, I bought that. Yeah, I bought the controller and all that.
No wonder you a pony, man.
Pay pig.
You're a pay pig, man.
That's what they say. That's what they say, right?
Why would you buy that?
I like that though. I like the LeBron James controller and the writing and all that on there. And
you should have saved your money and got some Steam cards and get Steam games on the Steam sale.
Bar, you know what my response to that is?
Dismissed.
But yeah, like there's just too much inconsistency with PlayStation. You do special edition plates for one thing, but not the other, and you got to be consistent with some of your bigger games. You know, Yōtei is a big game. Why don't we have plates? Why don't we have a special edition controller? Why don't we have a steelbook? Like you got to maintain some level of consistency, PlayStation, when it comes to how you do these, how you brand these games, and
especially when you charging over 200. When you got to that over 200 price range, you got to be more consistent. You know what I mean? Because when people see that, they're gonna be like, "All right, what's in the box? Oh, no steelbook, no physical." Let me fall back. Look at the Doom. Doom is a perfect example. It got everything that people want.
Yeah.
I don't think it came with a steelbook in Doom.
Yeah, steelbook. Yeah, steelbook and a physical game.
And it's the same price as the Death Stranding. Oh, it's cheaper.
It's 200.
200.
It's 200. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta get that together.
Yeah, get it together, PlayStation. Knock it off. But all right, yo, let's move it along, man. Shout out to Ghost of Yōtei. Can't wait to play that October 2nd. But Bari, with everything, it's a new month, and with a new month comes new free games. New games added to PlayStation Plus. And so for this
services.
Yes, sir. Services. We gotta talk about it. So May PS Plus games, this is for the base. This is for the essential, right? So the free games, or the games that's coming for the PlayStation Plus Essential for May is Ark Survival Ascended, Balatro for PS4, PS5, and Warhammer 40K Bolt Gun. What's leaving PlayStation, the April games, which was RoboCop, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. So Bari, looking at May's free games for the essentials, how you feeling, man? What's the grade score you giving it?
I'm gonna keep it a butt. I'm not interested in not one of these games here. No disrespect.
But
I really
Balacho
mean
was a
no
Game of the Year
disrespect.
nominee. You not interested in that?
Nah, I'm not interested in it. Well, at this moment in time, I'm not interested in a roguelike card game. You know, maybe if I do play, it'd be fun, but right now that's not on the priority. But yeah, I don't see this as a strong month at all. I hear good things about Warhammer 40K bolt gun. I did hear good things about that. Um, shout out to my boy Dizzy as well. I know he likes Arc,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a D for me, man.
It's a D. You giving it a D?
It's a,
Oh man.
yeah, it's a D for me. I don't think this is a strong month. This is probably the weakest selection of games that they offered this year,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, the only game that really speaks to me from this list really is only Warhammer 40K bolt gun. That's probably
So
something
ain't
that,
Balacho your favorite game?
hell no. Hell nah, bro.
Didn't they clip you up about Balacho? How you loving that game or something like
Nah,
that?
they clipped me up asking how did this make it into Game of the Year? And they didn't even clip up the whole thing. They clipped like one little section. Idiots.
How dare you ask that question?
I know, right?
As far as your personal taste when it comes to the game, how
Bari,
dare you ask?
Bari, you know what? That's part of the vitriol and toxicity.
Now I understand.
Now it all makes sense, huh? Me asking those types of questions. Now it all makes sense, chat. Now it all makes sense. You feel me? Oh my god. But yeah, like Balacho is not really something. I mean, I'm good, and Arc, I'm good. I'm extra good on Arc. You could keep all that. So Bolter Gun really is the only thing that really stands out to me here. So for me personally, yeah, I'm at about a C minus.
And you gave it a high score to me.
Yeah, it's about a C minus. I'm good on this list.
You feeling good today? You in a good mood?
Yeah, I am. I'm in a great mood. All right, let's move it on, Bari. Player's choice, Bari. April. We gotta vote. And this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go through the list, and me and you have to collectively agree on one, and this will be what we choose for April. So the list, and for those who don't know, Player's Choice is pretty much where you get to vote on PlayStation Blog about the best new game that released in April. So for April, we've got Bionic Bay, Blueprints, Clay Obscure Expedition 33, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, Forever Skies, Forza Horizon 5, iRobot, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Korra, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage Tape 2, Luna Remastered Collection, Lush Foil, Photography Slim, Monaco 2, Monster Energy Supercross 25, Promise Mascot Agency, Rusty Rabbit, Steel Seed, Thunderfolk, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and World of Goo 2. Wait,
that World of Goo though?
Why did I think? Wait, when did the first Berserker released in March?
Yeah, that was March.
Why I thought it was April. Okay. But all right, Bari.
Was March or was this February? I don't remember.
No, I think it was March. It was March.
That World of Goo 2 though?
For me, it's between Clay Obscure and but no, really, it's Clay Obscure. That's the only thing I played on. Yeah, that's the only thing I played. I know you've been playing Fatal Fury City of Wolves though.
Yeah, I've been playing Fatal Fury.
I didn't start Luna
game.
or none of that, so I ain't gonna really say that.
Yeah, Luna, I ain't started that yet.
My pick is Clay Obscure, Expedition 33.
Yeah, my pick is Clay Obscure.
Yeah.
Clay Obscure. Expedition 33.
Clay what? Clay what?
Clay Obscure.
Oh, Clay Obscure. Oh, all right. All right, so Clay Obscure Expedition 33. All right, so
you gotta say Obscure.
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 So we both on the same page, so we're gonna vote on that. That's a great vote. And honestly, it's funny. Of this list, which game do you think is gonna edge it out? Because which one you think?
As far as popularity on here,
I think it's gonna be Oblivion, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stat. I think Oblivion gonna take it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Oblivion or Indiana Jones. If you're looking at the sales of the PlayStation Store, I would
Mhm.
say those two. But
Yeah.
I would love to see Claire or Fatal Fury take it. But I doubt a fighting game gonna take it. But
Nah. Fighting
Claire then.
a fighting game not taking that. I'll tell you that right now. I personally think Oblivion is going to edge it out. Because it's literally still all week it's been the top played place that or one of the top games in the PlayStation Store of like people playing it. So I think Oblivion is definitely gonna take it for sure. But yo, let's move it along, Bari. Let's move it along, and let's stay in the realm of Clay Obscura real quick because we got to give some kudos. We got to give some congratulations to Clay Obscura because last week when you were hosting the show, we talked about Clay Obscura making it to 500 copies sold. Well, Bari, this week they confirmed that they now have sold 1 million copies of Clay Obscura Expedition 33 in 3 days. It sold 1 million copies in 3 days.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
That's very wonderful.
Amazing.
We need to see this get to 2,000 though. I need 2,000. I mean not 2,000, 2 million, 3 million. Go out and buy Clay Obscura Expedition 33.
Personally, I feel like a game like this, or any game that I've been loving, it should be selling 2, 3, 5 million.
Facts.
I would love to see this game cross or hit the 5 million copies sold, to be honest with you. But this is great. New studio, smaller game, where I see a lot of people, that detest or didn't like turn-based, games. They're giving this one a go and they're enjoying it. They're liking it. Hopefully they will try other turn-based games, other games within the genre, JRPG, RPG,
They not.
whatever it is.
They not. This is a one and done for them. They not.
Yeah, I hope they would try it, because there are a lot of great battle mechanics and systems as well in those games that, very similar to like a Clear where you gotta be pretty active or have even deeper mechanics that you probably enjoy. But I just want to say shout out to the PlayStation Nation, shout out to the PlayStation gamers for helping Claire Obscure Expedition 33 reach that 1 million copies sold milestone. So shout out to y'all, PlayStation Nation. Y'all did great. And it's great to see y'all playing the game.
Yo, facts. It's great to see a lot of people playing the game and supporting the game and whatnot. It's a great thing to see. So shout out to everybody that bought the game. I'm glad to see them hit 1 million. I definitely want to see them hit 2, 3, 4, 5 million for sure.
Support the devs. Buy your games.
They're gonna clip that. All right, man. Let's move it along. Yo, let's move it along, man. And Bari, PlayStation hit us with a surprise state of play.
Ooh, yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it. I'm about to kick your shins in.
A Borderlands state of play. You understand? They hit us with a Borderlands 4 state of play. And we got to watch it and experience it and whatnot. And so I'm just gonna have the gameplay playing in the background while I outline some of the things from the article. And then just give us your thoughts and whatnot, right? So launch date is confirmed for Borderlands 4 to be set on September 12th, 2025 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Some of the new features is new playable characters. 2 of the 4 Vault Hunters were revealed. Vex Siren uses supernatural phase energy and conjures minions. Rafa, Exo Soldier. Forma Tador, Trooper with an exosuit capable of creating weapons. A new skill tree system offering various builds and abilities. Enhanced movement abilities, including gliding, dashing, double jumping, and point grappling. Vex's trait action skills sync with the weapon's element, so shock, burn, or freeze. Kairos, which is a new planet, a dangerous new planet filled with warring factions, deadly creatures, and rebellions. The planet was previously controlled by the Timekeeper, who kept it hidden with cybernetic implants. A rogue moon shattered the planet's protective veil, causing chaos. Players must ignite a revolution against the Timekeeper with the help of factions and characters like Claptrap, Moxie, and Zane. In terms of exploration, it's going to be open world with seamless connected areas for exploration. Digi-Runner vehicle can be summoned for fast travel and exploration. Discover hidden treasures and take part in world events. New activities such as silos, which house old tech and reward loot when captured. Vault key fragments collect to unlock high-level dungeons and challenging loot. In terms of co-op gameplay, it's designed for co-op gameplay, so it supports 2-player split screen locally and up to 4 players online. Full cross-play support at launch. Instance loot, dynamic level scaling for better multiplayer experiences. So essentially, what that means is you'll be able to everybody will get their own loot in their game. Like, it's not going to be something where, like, if I pick up a gun after me and Bari both killed an enemy, I won't be able to get it because he picked it up. No, everybody will have their own loot. In terms of new weapons and gear, 8 unique manufacturers with distinctive characteristics. So you got Order, which is precision burst. Ripper charges up to automatic fire. Daedalus, which is multi-ammo types. Tadori throws guns as grenades. Muliwan is elemental damage, so fire, freeze, or shock. Jacobs, which is fast firing, ricochet bullets. Vladolf, which is high rate of fire, and Torque, which is explosive rounds. Licensed part system, which combine features from different manufacturers into a single weapon. So you can use different. You can build your own weapon from different manufacturers.
That is new.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty big. You can rework the legendary system. They reworked the legendary system, so legendary guns are rare, making them feel special.
That is big.
New
old school Borderlands.
New gear slots. So now you've got an ordnance, which is a shared slot for grenades and heavy weapons, so rocket launchers and things like that, and it's on a cooldown, so it's not ammo based anymore. It's on a cooldown base. They also have enhancement slots, which replaces the artifact slot from Borderlands 3, enhances weapons based on manufacturer, and then you got rep kits, which is utility items to heal or provide buffs. In terms of bosses, they're going to be bigger and tougher bosses like Val Lictor are requiring players to adapt to various combat scenarios. In terms of future events, there's going to be the first hands-on event where you'll be able to play the game or experience the game is going to be on June 25th. The first full launch is obviously on September 12th. And yeah, that's the rundown of like that's pretty much a gist.
The release date moved up.
Yeah, by 2 weeks
from the original date.
Yep.
But everything about this state of play, you can just tell that Gearbox they're listening to the fans. They're listening to what their fans want, to like better their Borderlands experience. There's a lot of things that they kind of went away from that it brought back, or they brought some new things like the whole heavy armor and grenades. That was a big one because, like, especially with 3, you're not really using those because you're trying to save that for like a boss fight or something like that. Now you can just like, have fun with it and use what you got to use. The whole rarity system that kind of dissipated in 3 as well, because you're just getting the legendaries out the wazoo, you know what I mean? So now it's kind of like more important now. Like if you do get a legendary, this is more like, oh, this is rare, or there's more abilities or attributes tied to the weapon or whatnot. So like, a lot of people is down on the whole Borderlands 4 state of play, which I understand where people's coming from, but Borderlands 4 is a big game. Borderlands is a fun game. I don't even know why people was so down on it, because it's not like you wasn't gonna play Borderlands. Like, I'm pretty sure people have tried out Borderlands, or you play with a friend here and there and whatnot. It's just a fun ass game, and like I said, they listening to the community, they listen to the fans as far as the feedback. The game looks amazing. The gameplay looks amazing. They added new traversal options. Looks amazing. The whole vehicle, what I mean? You can like summon your vehicle now. Which you kind of could do that, but it was kind of a little bit more limited. It looked like this one just like it just forms wherever you jumping off to or wherever you're going to, which is cool, man. Like, and the co-op experience is by far the best co-op experience for these, open world looter shooter type games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it offers everything that I feel like if you're looking for if you look for a game in the genre you get that in Borderlands 4, or you get that in the Borderlands series. So it's kind of weird that I saw like people was like really, really down on it. Like, I want the first party games state of play as well, but I'm not gonna, negate this one or omit this one or say I didn't want this Borderlands one. Which
we already knew about this too, because they had talked about this before that they were going to do a Borderlands dedicated state of play. you're more of a bigger Borderlands fan than me. I haven't really played all of them or put a whole lot of time, but I do think the experience from what I played with it is good. Am I going to pick this up per se? Probably yeah. Because I think this is probably something we'll play a lot. But I think the gameplay looked great. Like it looks great. It looks like it's running good. It looks like there's a lot happening here. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this up for sure.
Yo, and every game, the cell shadiness gets better and better and better. Like this one, it looks like it's not that much cell shading. It is, but it looks a little bit more mixture of realistic and the cell shading in this one. But yeah, I'm all for it, man. You know what I mean? It's always a fun experience playing in Borderlands, whether you're playing by yourself or you're playing with friends. And the fact that now everybody gets their own gear. They're really telling you like, yo, play with your friends, play with your people throughout the whole story. You're gonna get what you get. And like I said, when it comes to co-op experience, Borderlands is one of those games that even if you started your playthrough with a friend, and let's say you didn't join the next mission or you didn't do that, anything that you did prior, it carries over to your playthrough. So you can continue right there from your playthrough with whoever you're playing with or by yourself. And that's always great, man. A lot of these co-op games, they don't do that, And yeah, I'm all for Borderlands 4, man. It looks fun.
Yep. Likewise. Now let me ask you this question, Bari. If this was all that PlayStation did for a Summer Game Fest season, would you be happy? Would this suffice for you?
Hell no. Listen, you got Ghost of Yōtei coming out. Okay. You got games from, games that's coming out in 2026 as well that you promised gameplay for. You got upcoming games that we need to see that we haven't seen some updates for, especially in the live service portion of things. So if PlayStation was to like, all right, this is it for the year or this is it for that summer as far as a state of play or a showcase, huge L. And they've been taking a lot of L's with that, because I feel like they need to have a showcase. We come on here, on a weekly basis telling people that they should have a showcase. And I'm pretty sure the people that disagree with us
want that showcase.
Oh, we don't need no showcase. They'll show whenever they're ready. They're gonna be hella excited if they have a
Yo, that's a fact. Be patient, guys. We got games coming. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Next time somebody say that,
I got a backlog.
Motherfuckers got backlogs from Super Nintendo. Talk about, yo, man, chill, bro. Yo, but yeah, Borderlands was good. Hopefully, this isn't all we see from PlayStation throughout the summer, but we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll see. But yo, let's move it along, Bari. Let's move it along, man. Keep it. We flowing. And an iconic character has gotten the boot, Bari. Nasty word. Who might I be talking about?
Boots and Dora.
Yeah, remember? Yo, what was that song she used to sing? Oh, I'm the map. 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 I'm the map.
Do you see the yellow rectangle? No, that's not a yellow rectangle.
That's green.
No,
Yum.
drive me crazy.
Delicioso. Do you see Swiper?
No, that's not Swiper. Let's say it. Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping. Oh man. Yo, shout out to Dora.
Oh man, that was heavy in my babysitting days.
Absolutely. All right, let's move along. But yo, listen, Bari. SackBoy getting the boot. Unfortunately, SackBoy getting the boot allegedly. So during the production, like when they show like the initial PlayStation Studios and they show all the games and all that. Apparently now SackBoy is not in that PlayStation Productions logo reel anymore. SackBoy is gone, and he's pretty much Astrobot only. Which I'm not. If this is true, because this is for PlayStation Productions, so like this is when somebody went to go see the Until Dawn's movie. They didn't see it. But
and they caught that. Yo, I remember seeing the PlayStation production thing, but I didn't catch it. Not seeing SackBoy.
But honestly, I feel like Astrobot I think we all seen the writing on the wall though. Like Astrobot was especially now with the success of Astrobot, the new Astrobot game and all that. Hey yo, man, listen, it ain't room for two. And Astrobot definitely is taking over that spot from SackBoy, because SackBoy during the PS3 gen, it was SackBoy.
No, yeah, I don't agree with that sentiment. You don't forget where you came from. SackBoy was holding it down to PlayStation 3. Little Big Planet was a huge phenomenon. You know, you have a single player game that if you wanted to, you could create your own worlds, create your own stuff. The concept of SackBoy is what Astrobot is. You know what I mean? So you can't forget your history. The fact that this whole PlayStation little cut thing here with the productions is showing the history of characters. So why would you take out such a huge part of PlayStation history with your characters like SackBoy? It's very disrespectful. I don't like it, and they need to fix it 100%. This is terrible.
Nasty work. I agree. You never forget where you come from, PlayStation. You need to show all the history.
Little Big Planet holds a place in my heart. The first 3 games, I love especially the third one. I love the third game. You know what I mean? The music, everything. They kind of went crazy with the go-karting, which I still played here and there, but it is what it is. But I like what's called SackBoy Adventures. That game was pretty cool as well.
I gotta go back. I'll be honest. I didn't finish SackBoy Big Adventures. I need to go back and finish that.
Yeah, that was more like a co-op game I was playing, especially when the PlayStation dropped. I was playing that with my nieces and nephews. We had all the controllers. Everybody was playing with their stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, that whole portion of showing all those characters, it's to show the PlayStation history of characters. Why would you take out one that's so big within PlayStation history?
Yeah.
Little Big Planet wasn't no slouch. It sold well. So
yeah.
Well, I guess the first two sold well. I don't know about the third one or SackBoy Adventures, but
no, I agree though. I agree. I think PlayStation, PlayStation get pop out. You get pop out for that. Definitely need yeah. My fault. That's my fault. That's black household. My fault. Pop out. Black Hispanic households know that. Hispanic. Black Hispanic households know they get pop out.
You want pop out?
Yeah, that's definitely L on PlayStation. But
I like Astrobot. Don't get it twisted. But you can't replace and omit SackBoy because of Astrobot's success. If you want to keep it a bean, Astrobot games hasn't sold as many as SackBoy games. Like I said, Little Big Planet 1 and 2, I know that them joints sold at least over 5 million. I know that for sure. 3, I don't know what the sales at with 3. And like I said, eventually I don't know, but you can't disrespect SackBoy like that. You know what I mean? The same concept of changing your designs and dressing up as a character. You can't do that. That's like saying, oh, let's remove Chloe or Nathan Drake because Chloe there because they two treasure hunters.
Nah, you can't do that, bro. Not Nathaniel. We're not gonna do that. Not my boy Nathaniel. But we'll see. If PlayStation listens, they do listen to WUPS.
They probably did that because they're gonna make a Astrobot type movie or show.
Of course, or something like that. Of course. Bro, there's no doubt in my mind that they're making a Astrobot movie for sure. But chat, I need y'all to come together. Everybody crowd around Bari. We got a Bari Damas. Bari Damas. That's what Bari is now, man. Because Bari is 2 for 2 so far this year. The first one, I got to give Bari his flowers because back in January, on New Year's Day at that, crazy. That man was in there on New Year's Day talking about, can we get a PS5 Pro update for Returnal and bring back Resogun? Happy New Year's, everyone.
I told him Happy New Year.
Nerd ass. And House Markian said, I want this so bad, but it's probably not happening. But holy crap, Returnal could really benefit from a Pro patch. However, the Pro does run the game better when it comes to frame rate and it sticks to the higher resolution targets with its dynamic resolution. So things are noticeably sharper, and the frame rate is now pretty much perfect. So yes, a bespoke update would be amazing, but pro users definitely get some benefit out of their new console for this game. And the dynamic resolution for this game actually hopped around quite a bit. So having it stick to the higher values more of the time is really nice and very noticeable. If you spend a lot of time with the game, there's just a slight but very present improved clarity and stability with when playing on the Pro. So Bari, at the start of the new year, at the start of 2025, he put it out there. He put the bug out there.
And
then,
11 a.m. too.
No, 10.
I didn't drink the night before.
10 a.m. 10 it's 10 11 a.m. It's 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. And
10
then
11 a.m.
And then Bari, you know, they went back, they saw your message in Discord, and they said, you know what? We should listen to the WUPS boys. That WUPS boy.
The best list.
And so this week, for the fourth anniversary, third anniversary of Return. Fourth. It is. Damn, it's really been 4 years since Returnal dropped. Yo, time really is flying, bruh. I'm really getting old. It's right what my grandparents said. The older you get, the faster time goes. Bari, it must feel like the next 20 years for you right now. Jesus Christ.
I'm already in the future.
Yeah, you old, bro. Jesus. But for the fourth anniversary of Returnal, they released an official PlayStation 5 Pro patch of the game, and I tried it this week, and oh my God, if you have not played Returnal in some time, I need you to go back and play Returnal on that PlayStation 5 Pro. Absolutely. It's crispy. It's so sharp. It's so sharp. It's cutting through paper. But yo, shout out to Bari, man.
If you ain't play it, you a hater.
Bari put the bug out there in the air, man. Bari.
I put the bug out there. I told Housemark. Housemark looked at me. I looked at Housemark. They looked back at me. I looked back at Housemark, and I stared at them. I looked them right in the eyes and said, Housemark, Happy New Year's. We need a Returnal Pro update because I thought it was crazy that you launched a Pro and you didn't even have this game updated. Okay. And Resogun. I want Resogun back. I stand 10 toes down when it comes to Resogun. Fun fact, Resogun is my first platinum trophy ever on PlayStation. Resogun. I said, do this, Housemark, for me. Call Herm, call everybody that you got to call, and do this for me. Housemark said, I'm doing it for you. 4th anniversary. Here's to the PlayStation Nation. Here's to the PlayStation 5 Pro owners. Happy Returnal 4th anniversary. You know what I mean? Love it. And yo, real talk though, it does look really, really sharp. It looks much better. You know, Returnal, in my opinion, always had a great performance. So, you know, performance is just, you know, you having that visual quality with the performance. And yeah, like I booted it up, ran through like 2 bosses real quick. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, this game is like riding a bicycle, man. You can just never forget. Like it just feels right at home. You know what I mean? It feels good to play.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So, you know, congrats to making 4 years. Housemark, can't wait to play Soros because that's being built.
You know, there's 2 games that's gonna have a 4th anniversary this year.
Which one's the other one?
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
I don't think it's time to do anything for that.
Tales of Arise.
Oh, Tales of Arise, great game. That's a phenomenal game. Man. Man, time really is flying. But yo, shout out to Returnal. Great. PS5 Pro. And shout out to Bari, you know, putting the bug out there, making that happen. Bari Damas out here. Then let's get into a quick little delay, Bari, because the delay, you know, it wouldn't be a WUPS episode without a delay. And unfortunately, it was too good to be true. Lost Soul Aside was right there within our grasp. May 30th, 30 days away. And my man Yang Bing said, yoink! And nope, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Even though you've been waiting almost 10 years for this goddamn game, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. So he says, dear fans, we are truly grateful for the positive response we've received from players all over the world since we announced Lost Soul Aside. We remain committed to delivering a high-quality game experience to match the standards Ultra Zero has set for ourselves. We are going to take some additional time to polish the game. Lost Soul Aside will now release on August 29th, 2025. Listen, man, that's the same day as Metal Gear Solid. Nasty work, isn't it? No, it is. 29th.
It comes out the day after.
Nasty. That's even worse. Nasty work.
Bro, yo, Persona, I'm sick.
Nasty
I'm
work,
sick,
man.
bro, because I was looking forward to playing this game in May, late May when it was coming
for
out.
Real.
And the fact that it's coming out, that's why I said what I said earlier, and I didn't want to say the game, but the fact that it's coming out the day after my most anticipated game, my third favorite game of all time.
Nasty work.
You are crazy. I'm still play Lost Soul Aside because I've been looking forward to this game for a very long time. But it is not getting played anytime soon around that Metal Gear Solid. I am sorry, bro. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it a stack with you, bro. The day after.
Nasty work.
I'm sick, man.
Nasty
Why
work.
you can't be like come out July 28th?
Nasty work. Nasty work, man. I'ma still play it, but because it's definitely a game I've been anticipating for years. You know, when I first played it at PlayStation Experience in 2017. This is a highly anticipated game. But the fact that, man, August is a long way. It's not a long ways from now, but the fact it's releasing that close to Metal Gear, it's gonna be tough.
It's like
man.
3 games launching that week. I forgot the third one, but it's like there's another game I think coming out the 30th, or it comes out the same day, the 29th of August. Craziness, man.
Nasty.
Pure craziness.
Nasty work, man. But yeah, that's Lost Soul Aside delay. Then the last bit of news, Bari, chat. We got to give Bari Damas his flowers again. Bari is out here. I lost a bet to Bari too, man. So I we had a $50 bet last week that that GTA 6 would be releasing this year, and it was a $50 bet. I lost the bet, so I definitely sent him his $50. He probably went and bought some jerk chicken and the ingredients to cook for this weekend. You understand? That's right. I pretty much paid for the jerk chicken he making this weekend. Right? Two piece, yes sir. But Bari been on the road, man, and I gotta give Bari his flowers again. Chat, put the flower emojis in the chat. We gotta give Bari his flowers because he was right again. GTA 6 has been delayed and is now coming May 26, 2026. And they say, we are sorry. We are very sorry that this is later.
Hold on. I'll click from that again. Who that joint right there, bruh?
I don't know.
I know you've seen it.
Oh,
click. You zoomed in.
Nah, I see it. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing
it.
I don't know who that is, brother.
They out here promoting their OS.
Yeah, it got them rock stars shit. It's crazy.
Yo, they saw 50 million people watching it.
Yep.
Oh, 90 million. My bad. 90 million.
They said, yo, let me post the link real quick. Crazy.
Promote my OS real quick. Boy.
They ain't got no shame, bro. Nasty work. But they said, we are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new GTA has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations. And GTA 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality that you expect and deserve. And we look forward to sharing more information with you soon. One thing I don't like about this is you give us a date for when the game is releasing. That's a specific ass date too, but you don't give us a date to when we could see the game. Like a trailer. Stay tuned for Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned for fall this year to see gameplay reveal. Like, why? Like, that's so backwards to me.
That date is to put the industry on notice. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, publishers, developers were waiting to see, or it's as good to have that date that okay, GTA 6 is coming out May 26th. Now we can plan and prepare when we will want to release a game, or what date within the fiscal year we can release this game, where we can try to avoid as best as possible this date. So it's kind of good that they got the date, for the industry, us as gamers looking at it like, damn, you said the game was coming out this year, but now it got pushed into close to middle of next year. That's kind of a long time. That's going to put this game for like 15 years in development. When did 5 come out in 2013, right?
No, I
Or
was going to put it at 13 years in development because 13 years because GTA 5 came out in 2013.
Was it 2013
Yes.
or 2012?
2013.
Okay, so yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's over a decade that the sequel is in development. You know what I mean? So yeah, highly anticipated.
By the time this
Just
game
gotta
come
wait a
out, I
little bit
might have children by the time this game come out, man. I might not be able to play it. That shit crazy.
You might not have no time, bro.
Oh, listen, I might not have no. I ain't gonna. I have a kid. That's gonna be crazy.
Little persona gonna run in front of the console and knock the console down because he got tied up.
Nah, man, he gonna run in front like boo. He gonna run in front like boo, nigga. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Boo. Nah, you play the shooter something like boo, boy.
but to be honest with you, like I said earlier, like there was no media gear up for this game. Knowing
nothing.
Even though they came out their last fiscal earning reports, saying that Mafia, Civ, Borderlands was coming out this year, and this game, those games actually had some lead up, or is getting some lead up. Mafia gonna be at PAX. Civ is Civ. Borderlands got a state of play, but this one was just completely quiet.
Remember,
so that was not good anyway.
Remember how people was trying to say too, oh yeah, GTA don't gotta have to have no media presence. Yeah. I was like, listen, bro, what the fuck y'all? What are y'all talking? Like, what are y'all talking about, man?
Knock it the fuck off. Like,
GTA is so big, they don't need to do a media rollout. No,
this game, Jesus.
Yo, listen, bro, crazy. Yeah, I mean,
I get the excitement for GTA 6, but yeah, knock it off with that dumbass shit. Every game needs a marketing around it. Even though when they announced, look how much people watch this. 94 million people view this tweet.
Crazy. That lets you know, and almost
no video game tweet getting that much views.
Almost a million likes, bruh. Listen, this game gonna break. It's gonna break the world when it releases, bruh. This game. It's going to sell like 25 million copies first week, bro. This game is going to sell stupid numbers, man. It's going to sell stupid numbers.
This game, you're going to see a lot of people, like, you're going to see a new wave of content creators in the gaming realm.
Oh, yeah.
From this game.
Yep. You definitely are. So, yeah, I gave Bari his flowers. I also gave him his 50. He won the bet. So he got his money. And he was doing me like Bari did me like cornbread from Sinners, man. He had his head out like
yo, because at the end of the day, when we talk about the Ghost of Yōtei release date, I was just like, yeah, man, like, look, you kind of said it. You kind of hinted towards it. I don't know why you ain't believe it was delayed. Yo, October's a long time. You know what I mean? You thinking more July, summertime, you pushing that game out. They pushing that in October. You know what I mean? And the fact that you getting that normally PlayStation, you get a release date, 3 months ahead?
Yeah.
October's how many months ahead?
That is true though. Like PlayStation being that aggressive with giving us a release date that far out, that definitely should have been a telltale sign.
In this day and age.
Yeah, especially in this day and age. That definitely should have been a telltale sign like, PlayStation, or really and truly PlayStation knew this wasn't coming out. GTA 6 wasn't coming out this year. So it's like, all right, let's capitalize and just put the date out and all that and whatever. So yeah, you
right that's a good one, Lucas. The price. But shout out to everyone that's in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. The price of the game,
$100, bro. $100 base.
I don't think it's gonna be $100 base. I think $80 base is gonna be for GTA.
That shit gonna be $100 base. Yeah, what I say?
I don't think nobody gonna get the base.
Base?
They're gonna have like
they're
gonna have like a $200 version for this game,
bro. The Ultimate Edition gonna be like $150, $175, and that collection edition gonna be $350. Book it. Bookmark. Clip this. That collector's
If they
edition
do
going.
one, if they do.
Oh
one
no, they.
collector's.
Oh, trust me, bro. We talking about GTA. They definitely doing a collector's edition, and that
Yeah,
shit
but
gonna
they
be
part
$300.
did 5 do a
Yes.
collector's?
Yeah. Yeah. They did. Yeah, they
Did it?
did.
What's
Yeah.
the
I
collector's
got the
part? I don't
collect. I
remember.
had.
I
They
remember
had
the
three.
PlayStation.
No, they had two different versions of the collector's edition, and they had like the ultimate edition. They had the steelbook and the edition, and all this other shit. I had the collector's edition in my box in my closet. I have to look
Oh,
for
I
it.
see it.
I have to look for it. Yeah, they did a collector's edition
They
for
had like a hat
5.
and all that.
Yeah. But there was a different one too where it had a steel book and it had some other stuff with it as well.
Oh yeah, I see the steel book. I see the map. They got a Los Santos hat and a
mhm.
security deposit bag with a key.
Yep.
So weak ass
Yep.
collector's edition.
Yep. That was the CE. This one, they gonna go big with this game, man. They gonna have
They
the
gonna have
ultimate edition.
the girl on the car twerking.
Yo, if that's a stat, brother, if that's the statue, that collector's edition gonna break the internet, bro. They gonna be clamoring to buy that. The scalper's gonna snatch that quick. If it's that girl
People that don't
twerking,
buy collectors gonna try. To
if
buy.
it's that, matter of fact, let's go to the trailer. Let's go to the trailer for GTA. We haven't seen that in a while anyway. GTA 6 trailer, so that y'all can see. If it's that collector's edition, if it's that, bro, that's gonna break the
that'll be
internet.
funny if they have something like that, but a more reasonable collector's edition is probably going to have homegirl and a dude on top of like a car. You know the pose where they're sitting down, like together, like Bonnie and Clyde type joint.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have Lucia and old boy, most likely. This game gonna be real talk. This game gonna be crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. This game is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, this is the first trailer, right?
Yeah, this is the very first trailer. The only
Yo,
trailer.
if
This
it's
the
looking
only
like
trailer?
this, the first trailer. This when they showed this, like,
Last year.
man, yo, that next
It's been
trailer
over
gonna
a
look
year.
crazy.
Especially on the Pro. The Pro, that shit gonna look insane, bruh. I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for GTA. Very excited for GTA 6. Yeah, this game, this game, and this is all in game, bruh. Like all this is like in game. So that lets you know what's going on.
Yeah, homegirl right there.
Yeah,
She's working on the car.
twerking, crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. GTA 6 gonna be a good time. That collection edition gonna be like $300 though, $350. I'm letting y'all know right now. That collection edition gonna be like $350.
Yeah.
Yo, real talk, they captured Florida very well too. Like you could they definitely they captured Florida.
All the craziness of Florida.
Yeah, they definitely
That's where
captured
TV
Florida.
live.
Yeah. But yo, listen, if y'all made it this far in the show, I'll give y'all some trophies. And yo, listen, discussion. Now, let me put the disclaimer out there because I know how people are.
Shit.
Where they think we only talk about Xbox on this channel. So they like to say, well, Persona, Bari, you guys only talk about Xbox. That's why nobody wants to come on your show, and that's why you guys are you're a failed podcast.
Yo, I
such a
saw a
failed
comment. My
you're-
bad, yo.
you're a
I saw a
failed
comment
podcast.
where dude said, that's why Sean Layden doesn't want to come on your show.
You serious? You serious? Somebody said that?
Yo, I promised it. I should have screen capped it. I was like, what?
Sean Layden's been on our show 3 times. Yo, listen, let me explain something to y'all, man. Sean Layden fucks with WUPS on a deep level. Trust me.
Okay.
Sean Layden know who we are, how we are, and how we move. Trust and believe Sean Layden fucks with WUPS. I tell you that right now, firsthand.
Yeah, we talked to Sean outside.
Sean watches the show. Trust me. Sean watches the show and trust what I tell you. Sean Layden fucks with WUPS. Believe me. But what do I know?
That dude was probably trolling. He probably was trolling.
You got to be trolling.
I was like, what?
You can't be that stupid.
Out of all the names you said,
You can't be that stupid. It's not possible. Well, it is. It's the internet. But anyway, let me put the disclaimer out here real quick for this because obviously when we start talking about things like this, obviously people like to start. That's when the clip start happening. But Disclaimer, PlayStation What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for that centered around PlayStation. We talk about only PlayStation for the sake of the discussion because of the magnitude of this news. We are going to bring up the price increases for Xbox, but in a tie it back to PlayStation in a bit of a what if scenario of like when this may happen or if it may happen or whatever the case may be. But I do want to put the disclaimer out there that we are going to speak on Xbox briefly, just for the sake of leading the conversation and back to PlayStation for like with what's going on. So with that being said, let's get into the discussion. So for those who don't know, this week that was confirmed via IGN article that Xbox or Microsoft will be increasing the prices of not only their accessories but their console as well. Not only the console, but they also confirmed that $80 games will now become a standard for many of their titles. Right? I'm looking for the goddamn article. I thought I had it. I thought I had the right article, but I had the wrong article. So the price increase. Hold on. Xbox price. Sorry, guys. This is like very unprofessional. I know. Very, very unprofessional. This is why they don't want to come to your show. I'm sorry, guys. That's just so funny to me when people say that stupid shit, yo. I just laugh at that shit, yo, because that's just so funny to me. That's why you won't get up. That's why you failed. This is why you're a failed podcast. That shit is funny.
Why are you making a gaming opinion tweet when you're quitting podcasting?
Yeah, weren't you saying you were quitting podcasting? Weren't you saying you were quitting? See, this is why nobody wants to come to your show.
Xbox raises the price. Aren't you quitting?
Aren't you quitting podcasting? Aren't you quitting the gaming scene because you're tired and you're toxic? Anyway, let's move on. So anyway, they raised the price of it. Anyway, I just want to show those price increases and kind of just speak on that briefly, Bari, before we get into the discussion, just so that for context. But essentially, we should expect to see $80 games for new first-party titles, and that's going to start around the holiday time. Xbox Series S is increasing to $379.99 from $299.99. That's the 512 gigabyte. The 1 terabyte S is going to be $429.99, up from $349.99. The Xbox Series X digital is $549.99, up from $449.99. The Xbox Series X regular is $599.99, up from $499.99. And then the 2 terabyte version, the Galaxy Special Edition, is $729.99, up from $599.99. And then increases to both the limited edition controller, up $10 from $79.99 to $89.99. The wireless controller Series 2 Core, $149.99, up from $139.99. And the wireless Series 2 full version is $199.99 from $179.99. And then the headset is up $10 from $109.99 to $119.99, right? So essentially the question that I want to ask, Bari, in the discussion I want to have is Microsoft has announced big price increases on both their titles, accessories, and consoles. What does this mean for the gaming industry going forward, and how do you think PlayStation will respond? Will they follow suit? Will they follow along this same path? Give me your thoughts on all this, man.
Well, yeah, like I said, a lot of the price increases that we're seeing is these companies, they're responding to, the global market. This is the only generation that we see where prices for these consoles are not decreasing. As we, progress more into the generation, prices are going up because these parts and these components to make these consoles or now to how to get them into the country is going up in price. So they're just responding to that. I mean, we spoke about it plenty enough here on this podcast where we saw PlayStation increasing the price of PlayStation Plus, their hardware in other regions and whatnot. And we always said that if they're doing this now, and especially now in this America, the price is definitely going to increase here as well, which they already did that within this generation already. So we already seen a price increase. We're going to see another one. I just think we're going to see a delay when it comes to PlayStation because we spoke about this as well. One of the news articles where they was talking about PlayStation was using these big ass like shipment planes to get a whole bunch of consoles within these warehouses in the U.S. So they can prepare themselves for the when the tariffs are active or whatnot go active. So that's why you're probably not seeing like news about PlayStation in the U.S. Increasing. Um, but I do think you might see something probably later this year. My guesstimate is going to be, next year, probably around late February, early March. You're probably going to hear something around that price increase. Um, and yeah, it sucks as a consumer, especially that you are a console, gamer, that you got into the console because it is the quote unquote cheaper, way to access games or cheaper way to get into games, where you don't have to buy, you know, something over 1,000 or even 700. Now we're spending that amount of money, just to play consoles, this generation. The game prices increase from $70. We heard, these company stories. We saw how some of these games are looking. I was like, okay, I see $70. I understand that development cost is increasing. $70, $60 to $70. From what we heard about the industry, these companies wanted to increase the price from PlayStation 4, but they decided to held back on that. Understandably so, $70. Seeing now $80 for games, in my opinion, I feel like the base price $80, that's a little bit crazy. There's nothing really that warrants $80 in my opinion. From what I see from PlayStation, whoever, as the base price of a game. For me personally, I pay more than $80. But I'm paying extra for the digital deluxe items or early access or whatnot, when it comes to a game that costs $70. You know what I mean? And that's not the base price. But yeah, seeing Xbox consoles going up like that, yeah, the first thing that's gonna come to your mind is like, yo, is PlayStation gonna do that? I'm just here to tell people that yeah, unfortunately, in this day and age that we live in, yeah, this is what we're seeing when it comes to the console side of gaming. Heck, even on PC side of gaming, where these parts and components they have went up, with GPUs and CPUs or whatnot. Obviously, you can it's a little bit different on the PC side, but on the console side, it just sucks to see that uh, it's no longer the the it's no longer a cheap avenue of gaming. You know what I mean? Um, just getting a console, buying a game, or even a service. All that stuff is going up in price, and you can no longer use that excuse as far as like, oh, console game it's cheap and it's convenient. Now you're really paying for that convenience, no different than a convenience store. You know what I mean? When you go to a superstore like a Walmart or even a supermarket, it doesn't cost as much to buy a Snickers bar. But if you go to a convenience store, you see that Snicker bar, it's like, damn, that shit $2, almost $3 for that. Yeah, because they playing on your convenience. You know what I mean? That it's here, it's closer, it's easier to get to. Now we're seeing that when it comes to consoles, it's closer, it's easier to get to. But yeah, we're going to steadily increase them prices up and up and up and up and up and up. And it sucks. It sucks because we're seeing more games get delayed. We're seeing less games, the output of games from prior generations of years. Um, and yeah, we see promises sold that fully hasn't been met because of cross generation, and you increasing the prices within you know what I mean? Like so, I'm sick and tired of seeing these price increases. And I'm pretty sure gamers is gonna be on that same ballpark, very soon. Like, yo, is it really worth it to even get a console? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with these, if this steadily increase keep happening, it's going to push more people away, where gaming is going to be really a gatekeeping hobby, where it's only the elite of the elite, or the people that's making a a certain type of monetary gain or money from wherever they work or whatnot into this hobby. Where more people is probably going to be playing on their iPad or their phones or mobile gaming, which majority of people play on that anyway. But yeah, it sucks to see. It's kind of questionable when it comes to the $80 games from whatever platform, Nintendo, Xbox. That is kind of questionable. The price increases is questionable as well, but just looking at the climate of the world, I can understand it. It just sucks to see, no matter how rich a company is, you will still see a price increase. No matter how much success and milestones these company record breaking profits, record breaking revenue these companies are making, you'll still see the price increase because they want to adapt and adjust around whatever the global market is at the moment. And us, the consumers, yeah, we have to suffer with that.
Yep.
I would say speak up more. It's something that you're totally disagreeing with. Speak with your wallet. It is kind of harder with gaming because it's a hobby that I love personally. There's things that I really don't agree with when it comes to gaming, but like look at Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yōtei Collector's Edition. I do feel like they need a steelbook, but I'm not going to miss out on the Collector's Edition. I want the Collector's Edition because I want the mask, I want the sash, I want the Suba, and I love Sucker Punch. It's one of my favorite PlayStation studios. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of like it's a very complex cycle that we're going through with gamers. You know what I mean? Like we share our feedback or unhappiness with some of the decisions, but then we cycle back to supporting them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think it sucks. It sucks for everyone. And like I said, with PlayStation, I think PlayStation is definitely going to have the price increase as well. And we've been saying this for weeks on this show. But I just feel like it's delayed, or PlayStation, they're a little bit more ahead of the curve when it came to just even when it comes to the US side of things. The world, they already got their price increase. You know what I mean? That already happened. Just here, there's a little delay here. But eventually it will happen.
Yep. It's a good point. It's a good point. I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the same sentiment. I echo a lot of the same sentiments. So I'm not gonna bore you guys for repeating a lot of that. Only thing I'll say is, it's like I said on my own show. The scrutiny behind value now is going to be even more pronounced moving into $80 game territory, or even with the prices of these consoles and accessories, where a lot of people are. We already see it now, where people are looking at the amount of content in the game to determine if it's worth the asking price, or how the game looks to determine if it's worth the asking price. Going into the $80 games territory, that scrutiny is just going to grow, and it's just going to get a lot more insufferable. So I just hope the developers, publishers, and these companies are prepared for that, because you even see it in reviews where people will factor in the score of a review with the price of the game versus what they played and all this other stuff, and if it's worth it and all that. It's just a lot of that's just going to be even more pronounced, like I said. And the concept of value, like, and again, I talked about this on my show, the concept of value, one man's trash is another man's treasure, so to speak. You need to ask yourself as a gamer, how do you perceive value? What is valuable to you and what isn't? And you have to, whatever decision you come up with, you go into gaming with that mindset, and that's just how you're going to move accordingly. And that's it. So if at $80 you're looking at a game that's asking for $80 and you don't see the value in that for whatever reason, that's your prerogative, man. Do what you do. We already have a community where people don't want to buy games already, right? So increasing the price even further is going to shrink the market of people that are going to want to buy games day one because of that asking price. But again, these are what developers and publishers are going to have to deal with. That's it. If you made it this far in the show, though, definitely want to give you some trophies. And give you that lovely, lovely platinum. Wee! Listen, 193 platinums. Y'all getting up there. Y'all are getting up there. Listen, guys, definitely appreciate everybody coming through to episode 193 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast with me and Bari. Heads up, next Saturday, there will not be a show because we will be at PAX East out in Massachusetts at Boston, enjoying the games and, soaking up that Boston life. You feel me? It's been a while since I've been to Boston, so, it's definitely going to be exciting to be back out there and see what the vibes are and whatnot. So, no show next week, but the following week.
Some chowder.
Yeah, for real. Because last time we didn't eat no clam chowder. I definitely going to want to eat some clam chowder and all that this time for sure. But like I said, no show next week. But, Bari, man, listen, get the people your outro. Let the people know where they can find you and what's going on with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody coming through. Checking out episode 193. Like Persona said, no show next week. We're going to be at PAX East. Having some fun and waiting online to try to play some games.
Smelling the funk.
You know what I mean? I might bring a chair out there. But but nah, man. When it comes to me, J Bari on Twitter or X, J Bari on YouTube. I will, like I said, I'm still working on my easiest to hardest difficulty bosses in the first Berserker Kazan video. I'm like halfway done with that video because it's 16 bosses and I had to put all of the portions of the boss fights within it. So that video will be coming out soon. Sorry for anyone that checked out my Hismar guide or cheese, and the devs quickly nerfed that out. People still commenting on that video talking about this doesn't work, even though I put the update in there and let people know that this is now patched out. I guess they don't care. They don't click the video.
They're not reading it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I will have that boss video out. I kind of want to do like a tier video as well for like my favorite boss fights in that game because I really do love that game. It's still currently my game of the year. Expedition most likely will probably going to beat that out the more I play that. But the first Berserker Kazan is definitely close up there, or it's currently my game of the year right now. But I also want to say big shout out to my bro Upshut Gaming and Dreology. They host a podcast called Plus on Block Podcast, which they host Sundays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. In May, they're going to be hosting Fatal Fury City of the Wolves tournament called Rev It Up. The tournament takes place on May 18th. Streamlab's been posting the link in the chat. So if you all want to participate, if you do have City of the Wolves, the game is a very fun game. I think it costs like $50 or $60, and you get the season pass included with it. So if you're looking for a price and value, that is a great game to get into. As far as like, okay, the price is great, and you do get a lot of content there as well. You know what I mean? Which it covers you 16 characters and the season pass that's coming up for the upcoming DLC characters for like $50 or $60, one of them. But like I said, they're hosting up a tournament called Rev It Up for the game. So like if you don't know about it, definitely go and participate if you have the game. If you don't have the game and you don't play fighting games, but you do want to check out, that's a good, gaming stream. Definitely go and check out the Plus Unblock YouTube channel where they're going to be hosting it. Streamlabs, like I said, been posting the link. I'm going to post the link as well and going to be sharing it now that we're in May, to, get people to sign up and participate within the tournament. So I would love to see people come through and participate. Also Persona, man, before we get out of here, I think I might get a hitbox, man. I'm gonna wait till after PAX, you know what I mean? Because I don't want nothing shipping here and I'm not here. But I think I might get a hitbox because I'm curious. I've been having one in my cart, but I didn't press anything yet. But I just want to see how it is.
Join me.
You know what I mean?
Join me in the
And
hitbox purchasing
and
world.
with me, I'm crazy because like if I'm curious about something, I just want to experience it myself, even if I don't like it. You know what I mean? I just want to experience it. So
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna get one, but I'm just gonna wait till after PAX because it don't make no sense. You know, buying something now, I'm not here and I don't want no boxes left out of my house. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And hopefully y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Hopefully y'all enjoy y'all weekend. If I complete Expedition 33 this weekend, most likely probably see a review come out and on the channel. And hopefully y'all check that out as well. But yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, for me, guys, appreciate y'all coming through. Episode 193. What's the PlayStation Podcast? You can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gaming with Persona. And yeah, man. Definitely, if I'm able to play like certain games like Mafia or Crimson Desert, I'm definitely gonna talk about it. But yeah, that's really it for me, man. You know, it's nice out. Yeah, feel me? It's nice today too, guys. If you go outside today too, man. It's where if it's nice where you at, definitely go outside and get a little sun. Let the sun hit your face.
I'm about to go to Best Buy real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm about to, get ready to do my thing. But listen, and also shout out to Plus on Block Boys for that tournament. Definitely gonna be tuned into that. Can't wait to check that out as well. But listen, man, we appreciate the WUPS community, man. Only 7 episodes left, guys. 7. No, 7. Yeah, 7 episodes left, guys. You feel me? So, take us for go along with us on this final journey to episode 200. Road to 200, maybe. Asterisk.
Expedition 200.
Expedition 200. Well, we gonna put an asterisk on that 200. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We gonna put an asterisk on that 200, like in Thunderbolts. But yeah, all right, guys. Listen, appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 193 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. And always remember, guys, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. Actually, real quick, I forgot to read Unicron's super chat. Appreciate you, Unicron. He said, I missed the beginning. Did Persona Menace to remember how to do an intro? Is Bari still toxic with the list because X tells me he is? You funny. Appreciate you, Unicron, always supporting us, man.
Yeah, they out here crazy, Unicron, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Unicron too, man. Good dude.
He was about to say, take us for a ride. But yo, listen, like I said, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. And we'll see you guys next time for episode 194. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And we out, guys. Peace.